for the 42nd annual Amerikick Internationals with the two promoters, Mark Russo, Bob Leiker. How are you guys doing today?
Great, great. Thank you for having us. We're excited.
Excited to have you on the show. Actually, Amerikick Internationals was my first tournament ever. When it was in Philly, that was my first tournament. I pulled out the double nunchucks and I was coming from ATA and I did a bunch of hand rolls and I don't think NASCA was used to it at the time. And that was my first tournament and then kicked off from there. So I'm excited to do the pre-show. It's like full circle right now.
Wow, that's special.
You
That's
know,
great.
I don't know, Mark, you might have been the judge. Hey, you might have. I remember my dad took the train to the convention center to Philly, but now the tournament is in New Jersey, right?
Yep.
For the
That's right.
past couple of years. So why don't you tell everybody the high points of the event? It's coming up in just a couple of days, so August 17th to 19th. Uh, how are you feeling ahead of the tournament?
Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, so it's in Atlantic City at the Atlantic City Convention Center. So we moved out of there from Philadelphia to Atlantic City in 2019. And then, of course, COVID hit for that year. And then we were back in 21, 22, and now 23. So it's been awesome. The city itself has really done a lot to bring sports in. I mean, it's crazy what they're doing in Atlantic City. A lot of renovations, a lot of new stuff. They have like new casinos there. They have the largest, newest indoor water park, I think, just opened there in the past month or so, right on the boardwalk to one of the casinos. And there's just so much to do there. Atlantic City is great because it's, like kind of like Vegas, just on the East Coast. So it offers just so much. And then, like I said, the city's been so welcoming with all these sports. I mean, from volleyball to hockey to all these great sports they're bringing into the convention center. And they were really excited. Like they reached out to us and they said, "We want you." And we were like, "This is great." So, yeah.
That's awesome. Perfect timing too, with the start of school just around the corner. People can get their last minute vacations in, with you said the water park and some gambling or things to do in Atlantic City. Bob, you're in New Jersey right now.
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. How are you feeling ahead of the tournament with the event schedule out? It's already hashed out. You're posting some throwback pictures. Here we have Bailey with the belt. What are you most excited for?
It's the people. It's all about the people. It's, we have, the event's been around for a very long time there's just so many, I'll pick on Mike Conroy for a minute, he's a character and I called him a character because he adds some flavor to an event by the way he coaches, by the way he does things. And so, this tournament is just full of that. It's full of the personalities. It's full of, really good athletes and, cat out of the bag. Yeah, we have some Europeans coming.
Mm-hmm.
They're good. They're real good. And so I get excited about that. I get excited about, the level of competition and the fighting aspect of it, our open weight and things like that. So lots of good, positive things to get excited about, seeing people that just kind of like we've seen people here that were 7 and 8 and now they're in the adult division, and so it's good. And you get to experience that with their families too,
You said be hungry when you come to this tournament. Either multiple fighting divisions for people to participate in, and the cream of the crop will rise at your tournament. Tell me more about the competition and the different fighting divisions that are available for people.
Well, for the most part, it's a NASCA event, our highlight's always been our open weight. We structured it a little bit different this year, but the level of competition is still there. People want that belt. They want the things that go with it. They know that the competition is going to be good. And there's just not a cakewalk in any of the fighting divisions. So, you get excited about that. You see good matchups. You see people moving up and showing up hungry. They want to win it. So.
Mark, we have a packed schedule, the event schedule, going from Thursday to Sunday. I know Sunday is a seminar that's going on, but tell me about curating this schedule right here.
Yeah, so we make it a whole weekend of events. So if you're looking to get some extra training in with some of the top competitors or coaches, we have that on Thursday. It's an elite mini training camp from 1 to 4, I believe, at the hotel, the host hotel. We're also doing a special seminar for school owners and managers. It's a free seminar on marketing your school to give some business flair, because we do get a lot of owners and managers coming out. On Sunday, because we're a Kempo-based organization, we have some great top Kempo masters who teach all around the country. They're going to be doing a seminar on Sunday, so a little bit for everybody. And then also we have some great other events too that I wanted to mention at our tournament. We're doing Korean Challenge, which is kind of some of the NASCA World Tournaments have been including that this year to bring in more of the Korean-based styles, right? Because there's a lot out there. And so we have that going on. So we have for juniors and adults, for the Korean Challenge. And then we're also doing a really cool, we just announced it 2 weeks ago. We're going to actually announce the players a weapons battle. This is going to be sponsored by one of our sponsors called Ultimate Weapons. And it's going to be in our night show. And what we did was we went on our social sites and we asked for everybody to nominate their 4 best weapons players, males and female. And then we're going to do an awesome weapons battle at the finals. So that's going to be really cool too.
Very entertaining. I remember you guys did some of the hyper weapons weapons challenges. I did that one of the years. It was just really fun. It's like a breath of fresh air to the usual night show shenanigans, and it gets people really hyped up. That's new this year with one of your sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, in terms of awards and prizes that people can take home for your event, let's touch on that.
Go ahead, Bob. You want to do that one?
Great sponsors. We have a long list of them. Maggie Messina, she's stepping up and doing a lot of things for people. It gets you in here when you see people do that, and they do it just because. So
without any expectation for anything in return.
Exactly. Just wanting to help, wanting to make it better. So Maggie, we have Top 10 and Fighters Inc. They'll have a large booth. We'll have Adidas, and they'll have a large vendor booth as well. Mikel Jolly has some technical things that he does in his job, and they'll have a booth set up. I think Mark mentioned our weapons sponsor,
Ultimate Weapons.
Yeah, I don't know who's more excited about having them, us or them. It's a good lineup of some good people who are putting things out there to, help keep the sport going.
This is a little bit on the logistics, but we were chatting a little bit beforehand. Sometimes people procrastinate. They wait till the last minute, but there are options. Let's talk about the hotel, the host hotel, as well as some of the extra rooms you guys secured for competitors.
Yeah, so the host hotel, which is the Sheraton Hotel, it's connected right to the convention center. As of this past weekend, it was sold out. We're hoping that they might be able to clear up some more rooms. And then in addition, we reached out to the Tropicana Casino Hotel to secure some additional rooms as well. So honestly, if you need to book a room now at this time, message us and then we'll help you, to try and get you some hotel rooms, one of the venues there, put you on the list and really try and do it. We're actually talking to them tomorrow, so we'll know a little bit more. But for sure. And the other thing I want to remind everybody too is this is a event that's a pre-registration only event, right? So we're asking, by Thursday, you pre-register. At the door, we're not accepting any registrations at the door for new competitors, Friday or Saturday. You have to do it all by, like I mentioned, on Thursday, which you can do from 1 to 6 at the Sheraton Hotel. Now, if you are a registered competitor, you could still add divisions, modify. You can buy spectator passes at the event. But you'll notice some of the NASCA tournaments are doing this more, really, because it just facilitates a better startup of the tournament, that we're not waiting for 100 people who show up the day of trying to register, and it slows everything down and it doesn't give a great start off. So we really want to make a great experience. So you'll see this more, I think, with the other tournaments pre-registration.
That's really important. So we're reiterating Thursday is the final. This is really important that people. So I'm going to repeat it for them because maybe it'll click the second time around. So Thursday is the final day that you can register at the hotel, but really they should be doing it online and getting that done, which helps you. What's the platform you guys are using?
Eventex.
Eventex.
Yeah, Eventex.
Okay. Simple, easy, user-friendly. They just type in Amerikick and they can register online. Interesting. So in terms of how confident you're feeling of running on time and getting people done before the night show on Saturday and out on Friday, how are you guys feeling with that?
100%.
I was going to say that.
100%. And that's because of the people that we have around us. Mm-hmm. You know, it's that old saying is just so true. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with, successful people, and they are. Our staff is second to none. They work hard. They're dedicated. So yeah, we'll be getting things done on time.
Great. If people want to,
can I add to that? Mm-hmm. I just want to add to that. We start our finals early, Bella. So we're one of the few who actually start. We have a mini, an underbelt finals. So it says at 3:30. We get that done by 5:00. Awesome. And then at 5:30 is the Superstar finals, the NASCA finals. And we get done that by 8:15 maybe. And then you're out by 8:30 and you can enjoy Atlantic City. You can do whatever. So you're not there super late, right? So you and your family can have time to enjoy. So,
and that's the main reason that we did that. We wanted people to be able to go out and see Atlantic City and go to the casinos and the water parks and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Just eat, have a dinner.
Yeah. If I were them, I would do the dinner. I recently went to a casino for the first time and I lost money. I would not do it again. But I will say there's so many more things to do in Atlantic City, having been there myself. Now, you mentioned starting at 5:30. I think people might be wondering, will I have enough time to eat dinner before the night show, before I compete in it? What's the plan for that?
Yes, because the runoffs that we do is at 1:00.
Perfect.
So they'll be done and out, and they'll have a few hours to get a snack or rest or whatever, come back for the 5:30 show. So plenty of time.
Okay, great. So there are a couple people watching. To reiterate, if you jumped on late, you need to register ASAP because you're going to be out of luck if you don't do it. So make sure you do it now. Now, so 42 years, guys, 42 years. What would you say you have learned in this entire process of promoting?
Things change and you have to go with it and you have to be willing to change. Our sport has changed from, the first time I was fighting, and it was the 60s, late 60s, and I was a kid, and how much it's evolved, how much it's changed, and in our sport, how much that has evolved as well. And so, you have to be willing to change and adapt and look at things differently and look at things fairly and consider a lot of things. And so, every year, I mean, I've been doing this forever, and Mark and I, we have the same philosophies. You just keep learning. You keep learning and you keep refining what you do and keep putting back and that's the main thing.
What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Plus the passion and the love of the sport that we grew up in, because like Bob had mentioned, we're both former competitors. We went through the circuit, we competed, so we get all that. And I think we bring a little bit of that flavor to our event too. We understand, what it's like to be a competitor, also to be a parent of kids who are competing, right. who compete. My daughter, whose name is Bella,
yes,
and she does the chucks.
Perfect.
She's 13 years old. Yes, I even showed your videos.
You know what? And she plays soccer too, right? I used to play soccer as well.
Yes, 100%. Yes. Oh my gosh, there you go. So, we understand all that. We bring that because we just want to elevate the sport and give these amazing athletes recognition and get them out there and just bring it to another level. So we're always excited. We are. And we also go in with the philosophy of, just have a great time. It's got to, if we don't enjoy our own event, it's like, why do it? So, we really enjoy what we do. We love what we do.
It might be difficult because you guys are, you actually, you know what? I'm not sure if you too run around for your own event, because like you said, you have a lot of people helping. I know your son Jarrett is helping big time for the tournament, running around. I think I more often see him running around than you guys, though. I will say
that it gets in the blood, you know.
Yeah.
It just does. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, so the important points here coming up this weekend, August 17th to 19th in Atlantic City. Important to register soon. You will not be able to do it on Friday. So anything else that you want people to know?
Really, like I mentioned, we're going, something maybe that some people don't know, because right across the street from our hotel, there is the shops, the outlets, the restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
You're really only a couple blocks from Caesars and all the great casinos. So they have a great program in Atlantic City called Show Me Your Badge, right? So when you go there, your wristband, your competitor band, or if you have a badge for staff or like judging, you can show them at the stores, and they have incentives, discounts, specials that you can go to. So it's the whole weekend. It's called Show Me Your Badge, right? And there's a list online that we've shared on our social sites. So that's kind of cool too. So you can shop, you can eat, whatever. And so that's a neat thing.
Great. I hear shopping and I love it. Amazing. Cool. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming onto the Power Chat series, and thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you go to the Amerikick Internationals tournament, and make sure you have an appetite for competition.
Appreciate it, Bella.
Yeah. Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
All right.
Thanks.